Yoshimitsu. I think iMusician's secondary character is Elisa, so it'll be familiar territory for our guy. Hey, Ayo Richie beat Book 2-1. It's going to be Ayo Richie versus Nap, though. Ayo Richie's going to be trying to avenge his EU comrade for a spot in top 16 winners this month.
Yeah, man, the bracket's shaping up to be quite interesting right now. I also see that Pena, did lose iMusician earlier. It is already out as well to Jin Sa, so they'll be moving on as well. Try to get a little further into that top 16. Unfortunate for Pena, though. Here we go. iMusician got a nice little for a health lead. But can he finish that off? Yep, goes to the mid off of stance. Nice stuff.
Oops on Nap, though. The other Korean premier, Yoshimitsu, advanced. So let's see if iMusician can do the same. We're on the pretty much, you can call it an infinite stage. I've never seen anybody get to the wall here.
Not with meaning, at least. You can get there.
No,
by that time, you definitely will be. You definitely will be down to your last sliver of health. Okay.
It's up. iMusician not out of this round just yet. With the heat meter and the rage on his side, he can make it happen. The bar draining away, though. Okay, 14 seconds left. He can take his time for a few more seconds. Doesn't need to rush it. He doesn't need to win the round. Just have more than his opponent. The throw might take away too much time. Now we just hold it back. The rage art. The rage art.
Man, I don't know.
I feel
like it should be
the edge. But however, if the 2 seconds is plenty of time for Elisa to get up and force a mid-low quick poke interaction. Here we go. Haha! In the air! Pretty tricky stuff. The Yoshi veteran. I mean, was it even possible to catch him in that instance with 2 seconds on the clock? You know, it's 2 rounds to 0. Obviously, he made the comeback.
Yeah. Sikander looks actually sick by that, bro. He's like, man, I can't believe this flew away on me.
Oh man, already in the hole. That was a super close round.
Crazy counterplay would have been. I'm pretty sure Alyssa does have like an air shot. That would have been hilarious.
When you see him do that, if you have time, you do a little jump kick in the air.
Yeah.
She needed like a sizable amount of damage though. So like up back 3 or whatever if that kick does wouldn't have been enough. So you did probably need jump kick.
Oh, slide. Yeah, off the flea right there.
Okay, working her way back in. She's got the life lead. The iMusician does have heat. Can he activate safely? You see those micro side steps. Dawood trying to catch a whiff of the heat burst. But again, time winding down. Both these players taking their time. This iMusician who catches a timely hit. This time expiring.
Right there. He's a long combo too. Not that it really mattered. I think he ended up a short combo there. Still would have got that. But yeah, some real defensive Tekken being played right here. That was 2 timeouts there in the for those round wins. So these boys are definitely not giving up easy.
Most definitely the stage played a helping hand in dragging those rounds out. You know, iMusician and those Yoshi guys, they're not afraid to play those long drawn out rounds. A big part of their game plan sometimes is to be able to want to frustrate you and tilt you just from turning backwards and playing neutral and doing all that weird stuff. So when you're on a stage with no walls, all that stuff that you do doesn't really come at a cost. You're not putting yourself closer and closer to the wall or anything like that. So, you know, Yoshi and iMusician can feel free to dance around the entire time and let Dawood come to him. And I think that's why we saw all those rounds come down to the wire. Super, super close, both of them. Could have easily gone the other way. So I wonder what the adjustments will be. Well, certainly it's going to be a different stage, so the dynamics are going to be different. We're going to see some wall pressure for once in this game. Most likely. Who knows? We could run it back on the jungle.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. Do get some walls involved. Actually, quite a bit of walls here. These mansions, so definitely can also get some breaks as well, too, to get to that wave. But as right now, we're going toward the unbreakable wall, just a wall indeed. So you already know this damage is going to be quite nice. Let's go for the Oki setup instead, though.
Yep. I do think when it comes down to these final seconds or closing second situations, iMusician will have the edge. I mean, I've seen so many times him just dancing around. That's when he really goes into his playbook. He goes into his bag of tricks
Oh yeah.
And those are the situations where you can really throw your opponent off. Like time winding down, that's high pressure, high clutch situation. That means that you're super comfortable in those spots. But right here, even though Dawood has the health lead, I would start being nervous if I was him. Because he's going to have to face a big mix-up right here. 9 seconds,
Yes.
plenty of time. Nice escape. Playing it safe. We saw how, you know, trying to punish with Heat Smashers could be troublesome, so just getting that R1 real quick, getting an easy punish.
Yeah, especially with the back wall situation. I mean, I don't think he would have fallen off the wall because the first part of her Heat Smash is like an easy hit. But, you know, still. I like the option of knowing. Yeah. Okay. Off me. Close to that wall, though. Nice little weight. Oh, trying to send the third hit of that string right there. Maybe catch Ivy's off guard. He was ready for the defense, though.
Punish on the power crush. The timing on the challenge. A 4-4 leads to this.
That time a little too close to the smoke, yeah.
Activate the heat here. Or no. He wants pressure. He wants Dawood to have to think quick. No kick. He's still alive. At least he's still alive. Looking for the heat engage for the healing.
Oh, okay, no guess the game this time around. Oh, okay. First spin cancel into another low regardless. That was nice.
Lisa was holding back, looking for a big moment. She was down to her last pixel. Our musician was pretty healthy. And more than likely, he was looking for a chance to hop kick or get a launcher off there. Our musician definitely was weary of it. Took his time.
Sword back right there. I'm just willing once again just to play that defense. Look at him backdashing like a real king right here. Real old head Tekken player the way he's getting creating the space. Okay.
From the perspective of my musician, this is a pretty important round. 1-1 apiece. He's got a game, but if he loses it, momentum suddenly shifts to his opponent's side, right? So he doesn't want to give that up so easily. He's fine playing defense, as we saw in the last game.
There's nowhere to even go. He's still backdashing, bro. So I'm getting out. I'm getting out somehow.
She is so tricky, dude. We saw with Nabdo the spinaways, super effective. You got flash. You got a lot of defensive tools. Time winding down. This is iMusician's territory. There it goes again. Now for wants to close that out. Yeah.
That's got to be. I mean, I feel like it's got to be a little frustrating here from Sikander too. So like he's consistently having to chase down iMusician here. Knowing the time is going to be a factor. It does kind of make you a little desperate sometimes on your options to get back in.
So the problem for Dawood is if you turn too hard, you're going to time out situation and you have a single one. And if you go too hard against Yoshi, you run the risk of getting flashed, extending. So trying to solve this puzzle once again is super challenging.
Definitely. I mean, it's a solid stride here from iMusician.
That was smart stuff from our musician. Back turn punish. Go through the heat engager to auto align. It's a straight up combo. It's not looking good for our Pakistani player. Last chance for him. He's got time to work. Oh, but it is expired.
That's huge. Yeah. Oh, we win these for sure. Yeah, you just go ahead and take the rage art. Oh my gosh. I mean, for the one time, tries to get a little aggressive. Tries to use like a long lasting move that ends up getting stepped. And that gives Sikander the opening that he needed to go ahead and get that W.
A sip of the water, a big deep breath from Dawood. He's got a little bit of momentum on his side. He's got none to lose. He was down and out. Every time that timer starts ticking, 10 seconds and less, I start getting nervous for both players.
Yeah.
This match is so intense. Final round, game 2. We might see game 3. Looking good for Dawood. The pokes, they're adding up. Already have life. A musician bleeding out. One more hit. Very nice. He's feeling good. You see it. He's nodding his head.
iMusician, the defense right there, defensive play might have actually been the bane of his existence. There wasn't a lot of activity on his side outside of, stepping back, creating space. And that space, it was space that Dawood was able to take. Just in general, too, man, I feel like there was a lot of momentum off that fourth round. You found the one opening that you needed with 2 seconds left. Yeah, GG's, bro.
It might have been a soul-stealing move just to take that game because iMusician was in position. He was looking great. Now we're back on the big stage. That might help Yoshimitsu out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's super hard to approach Musician, that's for sure. And the fact that he plays Alisa as a secondary is certainly helping him out in the matchup.
Got his combos down too. That was off of the low parry. A lot of carry here. I mean, again, not on the stage is really gonna see the wall on, but still gives him a lot more space to be able to backdash out.
Wow, the challenge. This first round was so huge for either player to reestablish themselves in the set. Now that it was finally tied up, and it's looking like I'm Musician who takes it, and he needed it mentally.
Yeah,
indeed. Dawood taking the last game, evening it up, but I'm Musician right now back in control. But can't sleep. Can't let your foot off the gas. Alisa heat activated. Already half gone though. I'm Musician is still pretty healthy. And once this heat expires, it'll be all I Musician in the driver's seat.
Okay. Going back and forth right now. Shine, yep.
That's how he won the last round of the last game. They start to add up after a while. Again, 26 points. That's 52. Once you land that move twice, that's a nice healthy chunk. Again, here comes the timer. Once again, being a factor.
Oh my God.
Hold your breath, folks. 5 seconds left. Who's even in the lead right now? I think it's Dawood. I think it's Alisa in the lead. Ooh, that was nice. That was a huge gamble because of mid could have came and taken the lead back for Yoshi. This is the risk that we're taking here. The margins are super close, super thin.
That swordsman though, that does do tip, right? So I feel like, you know, that he's in like at a hard position to deal with, just in general. But it was nice that he knew it. It was better for me to go for the dunk, avoid the tip, because I don't think he's going to go for the mid. So I had a good read here on this opponent. What do you want to do in those last 2 seconds? The wood now though. Okay. Oh, that's a launch, yeah.
Big one. That's going to put him in a sizable life lead. And they'll pop heat with Alisa's heat expiring. And the time ticking away. I'm Musician in the lead, in control. But there's potential for Dawood, especially when he's good at ducking that little helicopter high move.
And he's been able to do that twice. This is good for him too. Should get the health lead, and then on top of that, he's getting some health back, so that's even going to make it a little easier for him to go ahead and keep this health lead. He's going to try to. He's got to burn. 7 seconds. He goes in. Oh man, I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah, first of all, the 3-1 was a big gamble for my Musician. He could have gotten a duck and died in the clutch. Hard to do. Dawood, no duck, and then he gets caught trying to sidestep. I think. Can't remember. We did get caught with the follow-up.
I was for sure it was time to play the backdash game himself, but he said no. I want to finish this right now. But I just ended up someone lost the life. It just wasn't the person who wanted to. So either way,
what a crazy set. At least a slight lead doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter. Any health lead, nobody's safe. Here comes our Musician. Dawood, are we gonna get a final round? I think we might. Okay, I think we might.
Feeling like it, man. This is a lot of damage already here on the iMusician. Unless he gets a crazy launch right now.
Watch the suicide.
Oh my God. It's one tap away. iMusician.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I like the idea though, but no. Dawood scouted it out, said, wait a minute.
Yeah. He snipped it out at the very last second. He was like, wait a minute. I've seen this before. Okay, last final round, guys. Anyone's game. They've been going back and forth all set. It's been a common theme for Dawood to pop heat and let it burn early. iMusician gonna have the resources available now, but I mean, never count Alisa out. He's been making comebacks all set long, man.
I mean, this is bad right here, man. We got the heat fully engaged. Oh, the crouch jab is gonna get low parry. Mad damage. He's not been able to get anything going for himself. Yeah, and the mid check caught him looking low that time. Good stuff. Turning the jets on for iMusician. But what an exciting set right there. I mean, there's a lot of time play right there. A lot of clock play, but still, all together, super exciting set.
What a banger. Came down to the very last round. However, it was all on musician that round. So, you know, not too much anxiety during that round, but I bet those guys were stressing. Especially Dawood, you see him super